Oh, man. Hey, I'm live. How are you, everybody? I'm close to normal today as I possibly can get, really. So far, so good. I have a lot to do when I get off the phone here. But as I said on the other, there's a couple of really very important issues that I covered on my regular video before this that I just posted. And what it boils down to is that Trump's attacking free speech, especially against when he sees somebody says something that he doesn't like, that's against him, and he is the Justice Department, is his own little police force, his own little uh, whip, whatever you want to call it, to go do his dirty work for him. And they do it because for some reason they're afraid of this man. All right. And I think what they're afraid of is that he'll go nuke, start a real war before they can stop him. You know, they probably think there's enough people still out there that believe in this man, and that all that means is that there are still a lot of racist, bigoted, dumb bastards out there and bitches that are out there willing to put up with this crap for whatever reason so that they can make money. And Trump's all about making money, folks. I hope you realize that. That's the only thing he's interested in is making money. Nothing else matters to this man. All right. So uh, let's just not help him out. All right. Be careful where you say what you say, but say it if you can. All right. Uh, I don't discover anything. I just repeat what people say. And I'm careful what I repeat because there are a lot of stories on here that if I went and did them, they would be considered defamation because I have no proof. I am actually copying a headline or something from YouTube, and I don't want to do that. So I'm pretty sure everything I say is factual as it can possibly be, but it's not my. In most cases, it's just an opinion of mine based upon what I've read. All right, so don't get excited. I'm not trying to defame Trump. I don't have to. He does a good job of that himself without any help from me or you or anybody else, because he's a moron, folks. He doesn't know what he's doing. His business acumen is to acquire, which is what he's doing with the federal government now. He's acquiring businesses and he's going to just run them into the ground until he can get some money out of it, and then it's all his money. He's making money everywhere he can. He's there. His crypto coins have brought him quite possibly $1 billion. His investment in crypto, because of what he says and does on the internet with his Truth Social and other things that are picked up by the internet and then broadcast to everybody. Because I don't think there are that many subscribers to Truth Social. I don't think there's enough there to really make an impact. But it's what the other news agencies and whatnot that follow that and repeat what he says there that makes it a potent issue, as opposed to him having to contact a reporter or something to say what he wants to say. He could just go on Truth Social and say anything he wants to say. And it's picked up and rebroadcast and quoted and everything. And it's just, that's just stupid. We're just giving him what he wants. Point two is OpenAI is seeking to place itself in all the upper echelons of government and everything to fight hacking. All right, to fight hackers. No, it's just a method for them to infiltrate the security systems at the upper levels where they can start to control, where the machines can start to control more. This is AI being sneaky. And since I'm basically a sneaky person, I see that as a severe threat to our way of life. But so did Einstein and oh God, I can't remember the names of all the guys that the older geniuses, the real smart ones that thought the same way. Kind of a uh, I don't know. We don't listen to people anymore. We don't listen to who we should listen to. We listen to who is popular or whatever. That's not necessarily somebody that we should listen to. Anyhow, moving right along, the United Emirates is leaving OPEC. Now, what's that mean? That means that there'll be a price war. That means that uh, we'll be dealing with two countries, two organizations, or two organizations that can affect the price of gas and oil, not just the one out entity. So you're talking about more negotiations going on, more ability for Trump to play games and them to play games with each other, quite possibly more conflicts based upon the fact that they're going to do this shit. So I don't know what's going to happen there. That's kind of a I don't think that's a very smart thing for them to do, but then again, who am I? I'm just a dumb fat guy sitting here talking. I just don't unless because they want more oil. In the Emirates want to produce more oil, but that's so they can make more money. But the deal is that they were making good money when they control the price structure. But I guess they believe that Saudi Arabia is being influenced too much by the United States, probably. So they wanted to separate themselves from there. And now they can make deals with. They could actually come over and start to side with Iran, and there's nothing we can do about it. You know, uh, it is a lot harder now to for Trump to control oil, uh, which is his big deal. He wanted to control the oil industry, so he could run it into the ground because he knows oil's only got about 10 years left, and we're already at peak consumption, or we reached it before. I don't know whether we dropped below it again because of the war and everything, but I think we're probably above it now because of the war. So you're looking at, especially now where they can't get to it, because of the war. That's not a war. And he has a Friday deadline where he reaches the 6 weeks or 6 months, whatever it is, that where he has to really produce some evidence before Congress, or Congress will have the ability to stop him. They won't because they're afraid of him. And it's not fear, all right? They're used to doing nothing, especially the Republicans. They're really doing nothing. The Democrats won't let them do anything. The Republicans won't let the Democrats do anything. So they're sitting around, and then they said this will be the most unproductive Congress in history. Okay, so that shows you what's going on around here. All right, this bipartisan stuff it's pretty much got to stop. It's got to go back to the way it was designed to work, where there was negotiations and stuff like that. People actually cared about people instead of their pocketbooks. Okay, which is what they're doing. Every guy, especially on the Republican side, you look at the inside trader moves that they made. Trust me, it's inside trading. Okay, that's what they call it. I don't know whether what the definition to me is. It means that they have information before the general public gets it, and a lot of this you can guess at, and make money. And they're doing that. They're making the ones that are on the inside. They're guessing and making money. They're watching their fellow politicians, and so are some of the Democrats. They're not stupid. Hey, if he's going to do this, let's see if we can make some money. Then we'll make a stink, and then everything will go back, and then we sell off, and we make. Oh wow, that sounds good, like a great idea. Stock manipulation, inside trader, whatever you want to call it. It's bullshit. It's what's getting these guys rich, you know. And look, Donald Trump supposedly made close to $1 billion on his uh, crypto shit. So and nobody else wants it. It's like the most unpopular. Nobody trusts crypto anymore. It's the only thing. It's probably one of the few things that has a lower approval rating than the president. And nobody really wants to do with it. Yet he's making money. He made $1 billion out of that. And he didn't do anything. He wasn't any genius. He didn't develop a system or anything like that. He just invested in it. That's all he did. He lent the presidential name to it, you know, and that alone is enough to increase the value of it. And it's been done in the past. Sometimes I probably intentionally by other presidents, and sometimes maybe not so intentionally because that's just the way things worked out. But that's the way it is here. You know what I'm saying? And I, for one, am not overly impressed or anything by this. Uh, they're crooks. My opinion is I don't trust any politician. I think they're all crooks, but you can't prove that. So I go along and do what I do, say what I say, but I don't trust any politician. The ones I've trusted are all long out of office now. I liked Bobby Kennedy I, because I know what he did to protect his brother. But I know what he did, and he did it for family, and I know who he was up against, and I have an idea why he was shot, but I'm not going to express it because I have no way in hell of being able to prove it. It's just simply a minor opinion. The same thing with I read a book about a planned assassination of a president, and it fit the Kennedy assassination, and it was just you know stupid, but it worked. But it fits the plot. But so does it. You can go around and find books and stories and whatnot, and uh, conspiracies that'll fit exactly what you want. And there's a ton of them that fit this last assassination attempt. They call it an assassination attempt. On his best day, that guy wasn't going to get anywhere. All right. He gets what happens with these spontaneous rogue assassins or shooters or whatnot is there's no advanced information in most cases. Whatever's out there comes out afterwards, after the fact. It's not going to be reported by everybody. This isn't this isn't Germany yet. With that are, you sell out your mother, or Russia, where they had you get positioned by telling on other people. In Stalin's Russia, that was the KGB. So it's a different story. So basically, we're still able to say and think what we want. But if we arrest everybody that says that they don't like the president or they want to shoot the president, that first of all, half the celebrities in the country would be in jail right now. Well, probably more than half the celebrities. Me and my friends would all probably be arrested by now. That's most everybody on Facebook would get arrested for saying things that they're just the way they feel. It's just an opinion. When you say your opinion, that means you're saying what you feel, but there's very little proof of that involved. It just says, and I look at stuff and say, it just makes sense when I have an opinion about something because I think that's just the way the cookie's crumbling at the point in time. I think it looks real to me. Let's get it done. Well, I think I've discouraged Jim and most of my friends from showing up on the videos anymore to talk to me. Nobody's here today. I feel so alone, people. It's Wednesday. Hump day. Where's everybody at? Humping? Oh, that's good. That's all right. That's cool. That's good for the heart, good for the lungs, good for the ego. All right. So listen, find someplace to subscribe to me, and listen, I got 24 hardcore people. I would prefer a few more. I get comments from these people occasionally, assuming they're all real, and I'm assuming they're all real. Probably not a smart move on my part, but I don't give out any personal information here, just opinions. And look, tell your friends. You get to. This is real. This is honest to God, really live. When I do a live video, and the videos, I don't edit them. That's just too much like work. So if I burp, it's there. If I'm cleaning my desktop while talking to you people, that's there too. That's just me being me, like sitting in the house and having a chat with you people. The one thing I don't do is get naked, okay? Because you can see me, you know. If you couldn't see me, I'd probably be doing this naked. That's why a podcast is a bad idea. You got me sitting around, my ass sticking to the chair, and leaving shit stains and everything else. It's just kind of really, yeah, not a healthy atmosphere. So anyhow, you people take care of yourselves. Stop back tomorrow. We'll see how accurate I can be tomorrow. I don't know what my plans are. Uh, my wife hasn't told me yet. Okay, that's it. I'm out of here. See you guys tomorrow.